Between the iconic heartbed that made its return and the map that actually did not leak not once, we also got some new build and buy, and my opinions on that later on, with some interesting creative choices from the Sims team as far as Create a Sim, and Cupids Corner seems to be the main focus of this new EP. We're going to be talking all about it in today's video. This is going to be a quick recap, but first I want to say that I am doing a giveaway. All you have to do is be subscribed to my Twitter and my YouTube channel for the new LoveStruck EP. You must be following my Twitter or subscribe to my YouTube channel, and the entry is for PC, Mac, and console. Giveaway winners will be announced on both platforms on July 26th. Now, with that all being said, we're going to get into today's video, and it's basically going to be a very quick recap of what actually went on in the live stream for those who have missed it, or for those who just didn't see some of the things that are actually going to be going on within this EP. Tomorrow's video will be more towards news information video based, but today's video is going to be a recap strictly on the live stream. I would love to know your opinions down below in the comments, and I'm going to have mine towards the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. First things first, we're going to jump into the fact that Sarah, Josh, Cheyenne, and Joanna participated in this entire EP. So none of the Sim Gurus that we actually are used to, like Sim Guru Nova or Sim Guru Ash, hasn't really stated anything about this as far as I know, but if anything changes, I will put it in tomorrow's video. They did start off in Create a Sim where they were showing us some feminine and masculine selections, and personally for me, I just never think that their Create a Sim hits the mark for me. I just think that it's something's always missing. They did end up putting some creative choices out there, especially because of the LoveStruck EP, where you can basically seduce your Sims with different types of clothing and basically overall have like a kinky vibe. But as far as the everyday wear, I wasn't actually here for it, and I honestly wasn't here for any of the outfits. You guys let me know down below in the comments, but the Create a Sim was just not it for me, and I feel like a lot of these look a little basic, a little base game, but that's just my opinion. We now officially have eyelashes in the game, so there's 2 that's going to come with the expansion pack, and there's 2 that's going to be coming with the the EP, and then we have the base game as well. Me personally, I think these lashes are hideous. I think they're ugly. I think there could have been a better job, but that's my opinion. We also have new household relationships, so now we do have not only a family member, but we have spouse, engaged, and partner introduced. We also have a romance family dynamic where it can be unpredictable, strained, steamy, and wholesome. We have more details coming with not only gender, sexual orientation, but also romantic boundaries, and basically how much you want your romantic partner to engage in non-physical romances and the jealousy triggers, and you can choose whether or not you want something on or off. They did get into specific aspirations, which was pretty cool. I do love the new aspirations, which is romantic, or you can be an explorer, and there's also traits, which is like romantically reserved, and there's a love bug trait where basically all of your Sims are just all about love and passion and just wanting to fall in love with their Sims and just wearing their, just out there, not giving a damn. There's turn on and turn offs. So again, a lot of people are thinking like, oh, this is like likes and dislikes, but they did say that likes and dislikes are completely different than turn on and turn offs, because this is specifically for the EP, which is making it more detailed as far as your Sims falling in love. So with that, I would love to know your thoughts and opinions, and we're going to move on to the map. Did end up mentioning that this was a Mexican inspired world, which I absolutely love. There are 3 different types of areas. There's the city life, there's this the more residential area, and I love the fact that we can actually put condos and penthouses into this map as well. The only thing it's lacking is the fact that there is no large lots, of course no 64 by 64, which I think should come with every single expansion pack, and unfortunately there are rabbit holes, which is very limiting to me. I just don't think that when there is not a large lot, the EP automatically it's getting scratched to $40, and it should be in the game pack section, because I do think that we're paying for big lots. Stop playing. And then also there are curved pools that were introduced there. Now they did get into some gameplay where attractions and how Sims gravitate towards each other. They also talk about Sims holds in their household already know their traits. So again, if you're going outside looking for love instead of inside of your home, you do have to explore that a little bit further. They talk about boundaries, attraction levels, and it does remind me a little bit of what we could do with MCC Command Center and Woohoo or Wonderful Whims, not Woohoo, what we could do for Wonderful Whims, and basically it's talking about how attractive and unattractive that you could really get into. They do go on to say that if you go into the biography of the Sim, you can really see exactly what that Sim is interested in and what they're into. So that's going to be really interesting to play along with, especially for the Simmers who are into gameplay, which I absolutely love. There's new purchase romantic items that you can do. Most of it is a box, like whether it's popcorn or chocolate or just a little gift. I think that this world would go great with Tartosa because, again, my wedding stories, and I think this does go hand in hand. They did end up putting in some new jealousy interactions towards your Sims, and you can be talking about boundaries, and if your Sims are breaking them, they are going to go way more into detail. So would love to know what your thoughts are about that. And then we are going to go back into the world where they ended up mentioning a lot of the stuff, like such as the hotel, the confirmed rabbit holes. We do have a love wall, which is pretty cute. I think it's going to be a great like picture op place that a lot of Simmers go to. And then this bar seems to be like one of the biggest sections that they're going to be talking about, especially in the live stream. They spent a lot of time at the bar. This is the hotel that they were talking about, where it is a rabbit hole, so your Sims cannot actually go directly in it, which sucks, but there's a lot of photo opportunities for your Sims. And again, this bar is one of the main places that people go to for the Cupid Corner or going on a blind date. So there's a lot of different sections in this new love icon that we have here. We have the Cupid's Corner, the blind date, the just more lovey-dovey. This seems to be the main attraction of this EP, where your Sims can basically talk all about the eligible Sims that are coming out, create profiles, dating websites, and then you have the bio matches, and you can say up to 15 Sims, or you can add them to your contacts. Now, this is a little interesting because with this, you can start an event after you have selected your date. And again, I do think I like this system a lot better than any of the other Sims that they have, because you can actually be very picky and choosy on what you decide that you kind of want the vibe to go for. And it's not going to be doing too much in where you have to follow the Sims rules and how they decide whether or not a Sim's going to be attracted. You know what I mean? Like, you can get down to the nitty gritty and say what you want. And this is basically an overall of what everything looks like when you do select everything of how you want your first date to go. So for this specific Sim and this specific situation, they're talking about dancing, flirting, stars, or sky gaze. So a lot of people were happy about this. A lot of people did not like this. Let me know down below in the comments how you guys feel about it, because people in the chat were very 50-50 with certain stuff. And then, as you guys can see, you can end the date, or you can just decide to just go out and about and maybe travel the world a little bit. They did go into a little bit of stuff, such as, after you go in through the activities, there's different goals which you can set for your Sims, and a lot of people were actually having a lot of fun with this. People were saying that this was a really cool idea and concept, and they asked, you can accept physical romance, you can do a lot. Guys, this is just all about detail on love with your Sims, which I do love, but I also think some of this is a little overhyped, and a lot of people were saying like, oh, this is expansion pack worthy. But to me personally, I still feel like this is a game pack. Again, I'm going to get into that in just a little bit towards the end. Just stay tuned. And then there's a new place where you can woohoo with the door. And then there's also the luggage where you can get a little kinky and, change your outfits, maybe even go to the hotel. There's a lot of opportunities to travel around. They did end up mentioning that they added some new music into The Sims. So there's that. This is the thing they overhyped. They're like, oh my gosh, just look at this interaction where the Sims is feeding each other chocolate. I just feel like the interaction wasn't even there. Like, it looked so like disappearing and very quick. I didn't like that. One thing I did love is that they finally brought back the iconic heart bed. I know we did see this in a kit where it was broken down, so that'll be a cute story to tell if you did end up getting the kit. I think it came with the basement treasures kit, so that'd be cute if you maybe your Sims broke up and then you ended up putting the basement treasures kit of the heart bed inside of the basement, and so it looked like we broke down the bed and been like, I don't want this anymore, I'm done with yada yada yada. And so I think that's a really cute idea and very storytelling. But one thing I'm gonna do is love the iconic Sims 2 heart bed. Let me know if y'all are excited about that. And then they did go into a little bit of build and buy. I did it was okay. It was okay. Personally, I don't think this was EP worthy. My favorite part about this was probably the modern aesthetic, and then of course like this rusty area. I do feel like this will go along great with Strangerville. I don't know why. It just gives me like the same vibes a little bit. But y'all let me know down below in the comments how you guys felt about the build and buy, just based off what you saw in the live stream. I'd be really curious to know about that. They did end up saying that they did a lot of research when it came down to a lot of these different pieces. So again, I do like that they put a little bit of more culture in there. And then they were talking about this new career, which is going to be a love consultant, and you can only get some of these items if you are in that specific career, which I think is going to be very interesting for gameplay. So that's something that I'm definitely going to want to dive into for a video, so you guys could see a little bit more in that. And then there's the plushie free. And then there's also this that comes with the $40 if you buy it before a specific date, which I feel like is just not worth it. I feel like this is just a pixel and a plushie, and I feel like it's very forced on their end to say, oh, buy it by a certain date and you guys get these 3 items that are just pixelated, and it's not even that big of an item. I feel like those should be base game updates that contribute well into the EP. So saying like, oh, here's like some, you know, free throwaways if you guys want to use them, but then if you want the EP, you know, you can get, I don't know, I just feel like there's different ways to market that. I don't like that they're saying like buy by a certain time and you guys are going to get basically the bare minimum. I don't know, y'all let me know down below in the comments how you guys feel. Maybe if it was the iconic heart bed, it would make a little bit more sense, but I just feel like the stuff that they offer, if for free, if you do that, it's just going to end up being like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. But with that all being said, again, I will say that I still feel like it's a game pack 110%. I feel like they're lacking with the map. I do love the map. I think the world's going to be absolutely gorgeous, especially around the evening time. I love that they did a little bit of research finally, you know, because sometimes they be missing the mark sometimes, y'all. They do. And I overall, on a scale 1 to 10, if I was rating the pack just solely on the live stream, guys, first I did it for the trailer, now I'm doing it on the live stream, I'm gonna rate this a solid 6.5, 7 to a 10. Again, I haven't played it yet, so this is all just pre-playing. This is just before the gameplay came out, where I can actually dive deep on my own and see all the things they're missing. Because you know what, they always end up not introducing everything in the live stream. They're always like in a rush for some reason. And I hate the fact that, not hate is a very strong word, I dislike the fact that they do not sound like they're excited about when they, you know, when they present some of these live streams. They don't sound like they are enthusiastic. I don't know if it's because they're scared of the backlash they're going to receive afterwards, or if they are going to receive backlash, or if they're scared of what people are going to say. And again, these live streams to me are not live. They're live to us when they're playing them, but again, I think a lot of these are pre-recorded and then they put it as a live stream for people to enjoy and talk and, you know, make it amongst themselves. So would love to know your thoughts and opinions towards this entire recap and what you guys think about this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, tomorrow's going to be a news information video, so stay tuned for that one. And with that all being said, we're on the road to 30K. And whether you're a silent viewer, you share my videos, you comment on my videos, or you like my videos, at the end of the day, you still show me some love. And for that, I thank you. With that all being said, I will see you guys all in the next video.